I'm out here on FamilySearch and I'm looking for that record where Grandpa sold his first homestead. But no matter how I search, it isn't coming up. And then I remember, oh, right, I already linked it to the big FamilySearch tree.
I was on FamilySearch late one night, looking for a record.
So I go to Grandpa's name and I click on the link and bam, restricted. What?
Swore it was there like yesterday. Tried the name, tried the date, tried the county, tried the state, and I thought...
So, what went wrong here? Let's back up to this time last year. FamilySearch, full text search dropped a whole bunch of new records, and suddenly I could find things that I would never have found before, and it felt like magic. And I acted like magic meant permanent. So in January alone, I found land sales, bank records, court records in Nebraska, Vermont, Michigan, and I got so excited. I really wished I could call my dad and show him, and he would probably shake his head and say, well, of all things, which would be the right thing to say because this was more than I could keep up with. I mean, some of these files are many, many pages long, like downloading a book. So instead of stopping to deal with them one by one, I attached each of them to the big shared tree at FamilySearch to save for later because I couldn't stop looking. I wanted to find more.
Just hit save and moved along, chasing the next thing coming on.
See, FamilySearch has this button right here. You just push and voila, saved. Here's one of Great Grandma's Vermont land records. You go to her, down here, click. There's my document. Now here I am at the document about that sale of the Nebraska homestead, the one I want. Down here, click, and the funny part is, all day long at work, I'm reminding folks to test things and save things, and I tell them, hey, it's really okay to go slow and be careful because we are computer professionals, don't you know? But then what did I do? I confused access for ownership. I didn't save the document, I saved the link to the document. And I don't know why Antelope County went restricted. Maybe contract negotiations, I've heard that happen sometimes, or maybe gremlins. I don't pretend to really know. If you're an experienced genealogy researcher, you're probably thinking, well, just go get your records from the nearest family history center. They probably aren't restricted there. And yeah, I'll get there, but this video is about what I can do today. The Antelope County records are invisible to me, and I'm not going to let that happen to Holt County. I've got a court case over there with Grandpa as a witness, and I'm going to download all 100 pages of that sucker right now. So here we are at FamilySearch, full text search. I showed this in a video last year when I first found Grandpa in this witness statement. So here he is in 1907. His testimony starts on image 277. You see this image number up here in the left corner, and it goes on for several pages. I downloaded those last year. But look down here at the bottom. See that strip of pages? If you just backtrack, you find out that the court document actually starts on image 189. Now, why would I want all of this? Isn't that a lot of irrelevant information? Well, maybe. A few years ago, it might have been. But we have tools to help us look at these now, and I'm not sure what's hidden here that I haven't fully digested. I mean, see here on the first page, we have Rebecca Leslie versus Samuel Fried, F-R-I-E-D, or maybe it's F-R-E-I-D. How about F-R-E-E-D? It's spelled all three ways in here. Spelling is negotiable. I'm not going to dig into that today. But when I first saw this page, I got sidetracked looking for more about Rebecca, a woman, homesteader. So it turns out she's a school teacher. And then I wondered, did she teach my aunts and uncles? That's possible. But I don't know anything about the schools in this area. So I'm going to write that down as a future question in my genealogy journal, because otherwise I'll just keep getting sidetracked. Because there are so many questions like this. How did Grandpa get to the courthouse? Did he ride a horse or take a train? And look, in his testimony, Grandpa says he was out hunting rabbits and chickens. I think that's prairie chickens. And I wonder if I could find a picture. And this is how nothing ever gets finished, because now I'm wondering, how would Grandma prepare a prairie chicken? Did they have recipes in the paper? Was there a special chicken hunting season? I haven't figured out a good way to download multiple pages at once from full text search. If you know, will you please post the answer down in the comments? For today, I'd really rather go slow and review each page anyway, and I'll explain why in a minute. I have a directory on my hard drive that's specifically for family history, so I'm going to go make a new folder there and call it the Freed Scans. How shall I spell it? I'm going to go with F-R-E-I-D because my spidey sense tells me that's probably the right spelling. And I think I'll name each file Freed plus the image number up in that left corner of the screen. That'll give me a way to tie them together. You can see here that we have a couple of download options. They can be downloaded as PDF or PDF with the FamilySearch transcription, which isn't a bad transcription, or as JPEG. I'm going to go with JPEG right now because I think I can get better transcriptions from Google Gemini, and I think JPEG's the way to go for that. For today, my goal is to make each of these pages as clear as possible. You see here, if you click this button, it lets you adjust the contrast, make it brighter or darker. And this is the top reason I wanted to handle these images one at a time, because the better the scan is, the better your transcription will be later. This is going to take a little while. Okay, now I have saved these all off. If Holt County suddenly goes restricted, it'll be irritating, but I won't be stuck. Because today, I have not confused access with ownership. I'm Nancy at Legacy Carvers. Thanks for spending time with me today. Check the show notes for a link to FamilySearch full text search. And if you want to see that original video about this court case, I put a link up at the top of the page somewhere, up there. You'll find it. Just look. I'll see you again soon.
Clicked on Grandpa, scroll on down. There's the file, safe and sound. Click the link and where would you look? Big bold letters, restricted book. Just yesterday it sat right there, clear as day, plain and fair, restricted in that angry red like neon flashing. Nope.